Was that a point gained or a point lost in your mind?
I don't look at it either way. We walked out of the rink tonight with 1 point. I thought it was a competitive game from both teams. In the end, we made a couple mistakes defensively. It ended up in goals against for us, but we did some good things as well and walk out of the rink with 1 point tonight.
You had played for 6 games, pretty direct hockey. Tonight, a lot of long hope passes, frankly. A game that didn't resemble the last 6 at all. You know, sort of where does it go?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have that pessimistic of a view of the game, just on initial thought. I'll see how I rewatch it in the morning. But, you know, I thought in the first period, though, in terms of the substance there for you, I thought in the first period we turned the puck over 11 times. And I think that's what you're feeling in that regard. You know, we talked about that. I thought it got better as the game went on. I thought we were a little bit more simple through the neutral zone. We had 36 shots on net. We gave up 26. I thought both goalies made saves tonight. I thought their team competed hard. It wasn't a perfect night for us in any way at all. I saw a lot of bobbled pucks, skate or stick to skate passing, not as crisp as we had been. But saying that, we found ourselves with a 2-1 lead heading into the third period against a team that was competing very hard against us. In the end, we made a mistake and got rolled out of a corner and beat to the net and ended up with only 1 point instead of 2.
Along the lines of being sharp, you've had a couple of days of practice. Like, where does that kind of magically go sometimes? Because there's clearly some nights where the group just doesn't have it for.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't knock the effort. I thought the effort guys gave us what they had tonight. But the polish certainly wasn't there. Sometimes when you have that many days in between games, you get out of a little bit of a rhythm. But in the end, those are excuses. We try and find ways, not find excuses. In the end, we walked out of here with only 1 point. We felt we were in position. We did some decent things tonight. We'll take our point and we'll move on.
So usually, or almost every time a last place team posts a big upset like this, the initial thought from people is that the upper echelon team took them lightly. Is there any truth to that, or is just one of those days where you?
I don't think anybody in here, certainly not in our coach's room, or certainly not in our dressing room. Everybody was quite clear what type of team the Columbus Blue Jackets are. They compete hard. They're well coached. They have some high-end players, and in the end, they made a play in overtime to get the extra point. But we did some good things. Like I said, it's the fact that you know, we're only walking out with 1 instead of 2.
Jay, you seem to have a few guys, Puljujarvi, Holloway maybe specifically, that really seem to have a lot of jump and we're creating some chances tonight.
Yeah.
Have you talked maybe what you've seen from those two specifically lately?
Yeah, I think I'm seeing growth in both of them. You know, Holloway, I see him making good decisions with the puck. I see him doing things defensively where he's picking up on what we're trying to accomplish here. And when he's doing that, he earns more ice time. I think he's looked dangerous in the offensive zone. You know, I think he's got a natural chemistry with Derek Ryan. But we kind of moved people around a little bit today. I thought Jesse was physical, specifically early in the game, and he gave us all he had too. And as I said, it just didn't seem like we had the polish to our offensive side of things today that we normally would have.
You sense at times guys were forcing pucks. The stat sheet says 27 giveaways to their 10.
Yeah.
And that really hasn't been an MO of your team for a while. So is frustration there sometimes? Is it rust? What did you sense as far as the amount of giveaways you had?
Well, it goes back to Speck's question. After the first period, I think it was 11. And, you know, I think it's a function of a few things. One is puck decisions or puck management decisions. The second thing is the other team was doing some things to get above us and try and frustrate us and make us pass through them rather than being a little bit more direct. In the end, we didn't take care of the puck as well as we should have tonight. Didn't get to put as much mileage on the other team's D-core that we would like to. There's two parts to that. One is that's on us, and two, the other team did a good job too.
You mentioned the goal in the third period, that it was a mistake coming out of the corner. Was it also a good power move going to the net? Was it a combination of both?
Yeah, both. Yeah, I mean, that player made a good move. He little shimmy shake and then took us to the net. I thought we could have been a little bit harder at the net as well. But it's hockey. They made a good play. And, they were able to tie it up and then find the extra one in overtime.
And does Derek Ryan have more offensive ability than he's given credit for? On those ones where he breaks to the clear, he invariably, whether scores or the goalie has to make an awfully good save.
Yeah, I know. He's underrated skill level, probably because, he prides himself in being in the proper position all the time, and sometimes he doesn't take the risk that maybe some higher-end offensive players might take. But when he gets the opportunity, and if you look at the goal he scored, they were on the ice for a while. Most of his line mates were going to change, and he found a little bit of daylight there, took it, and he made it count with a great shot.
Thanks.
Good. Yep, thanks, guys.